everyone. My name is Riho Nishida from Keio University, and I'd like to introduce you to my project, Allergy Japan. So I would like to start off with talking about a situation that I go through. So I love eating out with my friends. I love eating out for fancy dinners, but I have a situation. I have food allergy. That means if I eat out, I ask the waiters every time, does this food contain egg? Okay, so putting myself in the shoes of a foreigner's tourist with food allergy, how will I know if the food is safe for me if I can't speak Japanese? What will they eat if they come to Japan if they don't know what food is safe for them to eat? So in Japan we have so many good options for cuisine. Why would we ruin the experience for tourists because we don't offer good enough information for food allergies? I believe this is a serious issue, and I think it's a life and death issue, and something must be done to solve this problem. Okay, so in 2016, 24 million people visited Japan, and the number is growing, and it is said that 5% of the world's population have food allergy. So if we calculate that, approximately 1 million people who come to Japan have some type of food allergy. Okay, so there are 3 problems I would like to list. There are lack of options. For some allergies, there could be very few options to eat, and it'll be very difficult for them to find restaurants that could provide safe food for them. Safety problems, which through the process of making food, they could accidentally contain, for example, traces of nuts that could seriously affect their lives. And also thirdly, language barriers for people who visit Japan from overseas. So my solution is to make a review site. I would say something similar to TripAdvisor, Yelp, or Tablelog, but focused on food allergy. This would not only save lives, but also alleviate the struggles of people finding restaurants that would provide the right food for them. And at the moment, I'm creating my own blog called Allergy Japan, with some content introducing food allergy issues in Japan. And I would like to introduce my blog at the very end of this presentation. Okay, so validation. So if I recall, 1 million people who come to Japan every year have food allergy. And if, say, they spend $44, which is around 5,000 yen a day, and on average they spend 6 days in Japan, that would cost $264 billion, which is 30 billion yen. And this is how big the market is. And every year, number is growing. So to add to this, in 2 years we have the Rugby World Cup coming up, and in 3 years we have the Tokyo Olympics. It is evident the number of inbound tourists are going to grow rapidly, and I really want to emphasize on the fact that this is a real life and death issue, and I really want to take action for this. Okay, so as I said, I'm creating a blog right now. It's up on the internet. Yes, this is like an outlook of my blog that I have right now. So business model. How do the existing review sites run the business? So I looked at Cookpad. So the ratio of operating profit is 58%. They get monthly payment from customers and post-billing, which is posting an advertisement on their sites. So from my blog, I want to make money from adverts in particular, but also from food beverage companies who wants to sell their allergy-friendly products. Okay, so I interviewed owners of one of the most leading restaurants in Tokyo who offers allergy-friendly menus. 50% of the customers who come to the restaurants are foreigners, and some people even go there 7 times per trip because they really like the restaurant. And yeah, they're really willing to cooperate with me if I really make this happen. So thank you for listening to my presentation. I'm really serious about this, and I really want to make a change. If you want, this is a QR code for my survey, and this is the site for my blog. So thank you for listening.
All right, good idea. This is right off the top of my head, I don't have too many questions, maybe just a couple comments, which is, good idea. You may want to think about I have a lot of food allergies myself. None of them are, I don't eat something and die, but there's certain things I can't eat a lot of gluten, stuff like that, whatever. So you may want to benefit from, I'm in the blog space, so I know a lot about that. You may want to think about branding just a little more, allergy kind of equates to also seasonal allergies and things like that. But if you were to somehow find a way to be more specific around food allergies, but it looks like you're using Medium, is that right?
Yes.
That's a good platform. Yes, that's pretty smart. So yeah, good idea. I think there's a lot of potential for it. No big questions. I think it's pretty straightforward. But yeah, just look at the branding a little bit so you can differentiate seasonal allergies from food allergies and things like that. But lots of potential. So good job.
Thank you.
Yeah, I also agree that there's a huge potential for that, and it's really good to hear this idea today. And also because I really love this idea, I want to kind of suggest that at some point probably it's good to turn even to applications that will help people to find those restaurants, right? Because of course writing blog posts and all this kind of stuff is good, but it's for a very small number of people. Once there's a huge amount of foreigners coming in for the Olympics or something like that, this is the time when if you create the application, you're gonna be very popular and very in need, that's for sure.
So the reason why I'm creating the blog is to gather customers and really have a pool of customers who are interested in this. So this is the beginning of my
Thank you very much.
Yeah, very, very nice. As I was mentioning before for the previous project as well, a lot of potential. I'm going to have a bias on this as well because it's a big topic for me. But I think you were mentioning creating a blog to attract customers and everything, but you already have a lot of customers waiting for this information. And I'm following on Facebook the Gluten-Free Tokyo Facebook group or whatever. And they have a lot of members and new members every day asking always the same questions. Where do I eat gluten-free? Where do I find this and that? And if you start plugging yourself on this kind of group that already exists, well, you already have a market here. So there is potential. I actually developed myself an application to be able to identify allergies when you scan the barcode on the product. And so far it's not working in Japan because the database is completely different. But you could have something like this as well to help. And yeah, good job. If you need any technical help, let me know and I'll be happy to help.